Regan Slaymaker for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and R Kings, and I have the pleasure to be joined by the voice of boxing once again, Adam Smith. Adam, just come into Riyadh. I mean, how are you finding this Box Raw sparring club? It's a bit crazy, isn't it?
It's good fun. There's a great vibe in here. Box Raw, Battle in the Kingdom. I think Ring Magazine looking for maybe one of these many fighters to come through and be picked, to be selected to fight on the card. So yeah, it's great. It's all part of the entertainment. Esports week. It's hot in Riyadh, and a fantastic night Saturday here, where I guess it's been happening so much in the last 2 or 3 years. Every time you come, there's big events, but it's like the fight weeks just get that bit bigger, or they try things different. And it's great to see so many young come in. Celebrity names, just saw Lawrence Okoli and Derek Chisora having a chat. I caught up with Harlem Eubank, Izzy Asif, GBM Sports, he's here, Amir Khan I saw earlier, brilliant. And Eddie and Frank, I'm sure, keeping an eye on youngsters who might emerge. Brilliant time for boxing.
It definitely is as well, and I want to jump straight into it. I mean, Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma, very much the old guard versus the new charge on Saturday night. But I mean, yeah, how are you seeing this battle of youth versus experience? Is that how you're seeing this contest between Whyte and Itauma?
It's exactly what it is, yeah. And I think most people are siding with Moses because of his speed and his youth and his freshness and what we think. We expect really that Moses Itauma is going to become the next star in the heavyweight division, and everything we've seen so far makes you assess it that way. The boxes are being ticked. He's 12-0 with 10 knockouts. His amateur record was exemplary. He's got a phenomenal team around him. He's a beautiful boxer. He's got very light feet. His IQ's good. His power. He's a southpaw. I mean, the list goes on, and he's very mature for a 20-year-old. However, you've got to pass the tests, and I think this is one of those, right? And sometimes the timing, you get it wrong. The old, experienced, stalwart, the gladiator can roll back the years, or can just be a bit too strong and know too much at a time. David Hay fighting Carl Thompson springs to mind a few years ago, when it was just a bit early for David, and he rebuilt from that. So yeah, there is the outcome where Dillian may just know too much, and Moses may have to lick his wounds. But everything I see with what's happened in Dillian's career and the inactivity of late, and I didn't think he looked terrific against Ebenezer Tete in Gibraltar. He got the job done, but he's 37 now. He's had a lot of hard battles, and I just think the momentum and the freshness and the ambition at this stage, everything points in Moses' favour for a pretty emphatic performance. But this is heavyweight boxing. Dillian's got a huge left hand. He's got bags and bags of rounds underneath his belt, and he's beaten the likes of Joe Parker, Derek, who's here, given AJ, obviously beat him in the amateurs, given him a run for his money in the pros, beaten Povetkin, having knocked him down twice and come back and all that. It's a tough ask on paper for Moses Itauma at 20, but seeing as Moses is calling out anyone, I don't think he thinks it's tough, and I think he just feels it's a process he's got to go through. So look, reality will hit on the night. Dillian looks in terrific shape, but I don't think he's going to do anything seismically different than he's done in his 34 fights so far. And we wait and see what Moses will come up with, how he'll adapt, and what I've seen so far is someone, I believe, who's the heir apparent to Alexander Usyk. I don't think he's ready for Usyk yet. I think he's got to try and get through Dillian, and then maybe talk about a Okoli or a Chisora or someone else, but or maybe a tilt if the titles break up. I think Usyk's a bit soon. He'll want to fight Usyk, but and I think His Excellency wants that fight to happen, and maybe it will. But one step at a time. You know, we all wrote Fabio Wardley off the other night against Justice Hooney, didn't we? And we know what happens when one big right hand comes. In the heavyweight boxing, you never know when that might land. And yeah, these big guys can hit. Dillian Whyte has 21 knockouts, so. There's a banana skin out there, but I think Moses is too good to slip on any skins.
Definitely as well. I mean, well, we'll find out on Saturday night. One fighter on the card, the UK's only male world champion, Nick Ball. I mean, I suppose it's a good thing for Nick Ball being that only person, but I think we want to add a few more names. But I mean, what a stalwart we have to represent the UK as the only male world champion, Nick Ball. An exciting fight.
You've got to love Nick Ball. And it's not only because he's a big Liverpool fan, but and I'd love to see him fight at Anfield, and I'll be talking to Billy Hogan and seeing if I can help Frank make that happen, because I know Billy well, and Liverpool have got a great season ahead, and Nick is just having the time of his life. It's fantastic to see. He's a really down-to-earth lad from Kirby. He's got a great trainer in Paul Stevenson, the Everton Red Triangle Club. Just a fantastic place to learn and be, and he's going from strength to strength. He loves it here. He had that very, very tight draw, which most thought he'd won. Then he beat Ray Ford in the big Queensbury Matchroom sort of size. He's had a couple at the Echo since with Ronnie Rios and TJ Doheny. And look, Nick wants to fight with Inoue. That's obviously the one that's on the horizon. But he's got to deal with an undefeated fighter who's, albeit coming up in weight a little bit in Goodman, but he's tough and he's a good fighter. He's a good boxer. But I just think Nick's got momentum at the moment. I think he's a very, very hard man to stop, and he's got that belief, and Frank's got that belief in him. So yeah, surprising he's the only male UK champion. It is, isn't it, when British boxing's in such a great space? But yeah, I guess after Daniel Dubois' loss, he is. I expect him to still be that on Saturday night.
Definitely as well. With him potentially selling out Anfield, I think he'd love that. Does it take Inoue to kind of fill up that stadium? Because stadium fights are hard to do. I know we had Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois, but those are two behemoths of heavyweights who everyone wants to see. Sometimes the featherweight division doesn't have that. Will it take Inoue to come over to the UK to make that happen?
We've been dancing around heavy boxing at Anfield for a long time. They've obviously had it at Old Trafford, at City, at Arsenal, at Spurs. It's boxing's been around a long time, and I can't believe we've never had a fight at Anfield, because Liverpool's second sport is boxing. Liverpool love music, football and boxing. And you look at Paul Hopkinson, John Conte, some of the greatest fighters who've come out of Liverpool. Recent years, of course, the four Smith brothers, Tony Bellew, Big David Price, there's so many. And I remember speaking with Eddie and Billy Hogan and saying, look, can we do something? And it was about, maybe it was a Liam Smith or a Callum Smith, and I still believe that there is that opportunity. And who knows, maybe Liam and Callum could fight on the bill as well. But Nick Ball's the man at the moment, and why not? Fabio Wardley sold a lot out in Ipswich, Callum Simpson did in Barnsley. I think people would come out and support boxing in Liverpool. I think you put a fantastic card on, I think they would. But yeah, if you entice someone like an Inoue to come over, obviously a superstar of the sport, that helps. But no one listens to me. I don't have any. The promoters are the ones that make the deal. The team's the one that makes the fights. I've been calling for Fury and Joshua to happen for how long, and it still hasn't happened. So maybe if I don't say anything, things will happen. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I will try my hardest to get Nick Ball to fight at Anfield. I really would love that to happen. So if Nick wins here tomorrow night, maybe another fight, and then next spring or summer, if we can make it happen in between the seasons, because the football at Merseyside is absolutely flying at the moment. Remember, Everton have got a big stadium as well coming out, but Nick's a hardcore Red like I am. We want it at Anfield, so I'll do everything I can to try and open some doors with Billy Hogan, Phil Dutton. I know they want boxing at Anfield, it's just they've got to get the deals right, and I'd love to see it happen, and I know Nick really wants it to happen. So yeah, watch this space. If I can play a little helping hand, I'd love to.
Definitely, right on the broadcast after Nick Ball's fight on Saturday night as well. My final one, Adam, I can't believe I'm actually asking you this question, but it seems like Anthony Joshua's either potentially fighting Andre Ward or Jake Paul. It's been a crazy week with Anthony Joshua, but what have your takes on those situations been almost?
I saw Izzy earlier. I want to catch up with him, and it's like, what else can happen, right? I'm looking forward to the next GBM shows. I'm looking forward to Eubank and Ben's rematch, obviously to Canelo and Crawford. Who wouldn't be? To Croc and Donovan. Loads and loads of great fights in the autumn and winter coming up. Everyone seems to want to fight AJ, and Eddie said that. Still, he's the man. Now, whether it's that vulnerability as well as the power and the excitement he brings to heavyweight boxing, but Deontay Wilder could fight him. Zhilei Zhang could fight him in China. Martin McCauley could fight him in Africa. Adik Kabayel could fight him in Germany. I mean, he could fight anyone here. He could fight Alexander Usyk again. He could fight Tyson Fury, which is the fight that I want to happen. He could fight Andre Ward, and he could fight Jake Paul. They're all possibles. Now, Obviously, Jake Paul is the most bizarre, but it's the one that seems to be gathering steam and momentum, and the youngsters would love that. They clamour to that fight. I think Jake Paul would be better suited to find a former world champion, a bit like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. If he wants to be serious and fight for a world title, someone like Badu Jack in his early 40s maybe is a target. But if he wants the exposure and the money and the drama, he wants AJ at Wembley, doesn't he? Because that's the biggest fight and the most peculiar and the most odd. But what a story! So, as a fight fan, we want to see AJ against Dubois again, or we want to see AJ against Fury, or any of those, or Wilder. I think I was speaking to KD a while back. I think Wilder's a good fight for AJ, always has been. Maybe he'll fight Andre Ward. They seem to be sharing something online. I'm not sure. I'd like to see that. Andre had a great career. I'd like to see him stay retired. But Jake Paul, who knows? I mean, the youngsters want it. Nikisa wants it. Jake wants it. They've obviously been talking. And if the money's right, maybe Joshua will take it. But does Joshua still want to become a 3-time heavyweight champion? It's what he always told me. So we're going to have to ask him. Where is he? Where is AJ at the moment? Holiday?
He's in Cyprus, isn't he? Yeah. I wish I was in Cyprus with AJ. That'd be quite a holiday. But
I should be on holiday.
You should be.
My whole family in America.
I will.
I'm in Saudi because I love boxing.
I will tell a story. So shout out Andy, your cameraman, a big part of the Voice of Boxing.
Yes.
I wanted to get a little preview for this fight week, and I said, Andy, do you think you can help me get Adam on? And he said, we're both on holiday, Regan, but after, definitely. And now here we are. So I just thought I'd share.
So Andy's on holiday in Greece. I was on holiday in Ireland, and I'm going. My family all in America. Andy and I hate being separated. It's the biggest bromance. It used to be Johnny Nelson. I love a bromance, and Andy and I we love working together. Fantastic guy, brilliant cameraman, but more than that, a wonderful producer, creator, great boxing knowledge, great with the people, and he's finding his feet very quickly in this mad world. He's a great guy, Andy Nevada, and I'm absolutely honoured, and it's a privilege to be working with him on the Voice of Boxing. But I told him you do need a rest, so him and Alice have gone for it's his birthday next week. He's turning 30, the big 3-0, so he's having a little break. And he said to me, if you can get some videos here, send them to me. I'm totally technically incapable, as you know, so I'll try and do a few, or I'll try and do some selfie records or something to try and get him to do something. It won't work, but I'll do it for him, and he wants to cut and edit and whatever. He's on holiday. Give him a break, but I'll try and get a bit of content out of the Voice of Boxing this weekend.
Definitely. Andy, enjoy your holiday, and Adam, thank you very much for your time once again. Cheers. Thank you very much, and follow the Voice of Boxing as well.